I quite frequently get asked, what's the difference between your tenor horns, and what's the difference between this model and that model? Well, today, next to me, I have the two kind of top of the range, possibly the most popular tenor horns on the market. I've got the Yamaha Neo tenor horn, and I've got the Besson Sovereign. The Yamaha Neo is the YAH-803 Neo, and the Besson Sovereign is the BE950. We're going to just talk about them briefly, just have a few specifications about each model. But at the end of the day, with instruments such as these, it's down to the player. You really need to come in and try them out, especially when you're spending that sort of money. It's something that you need to test out, but here's a bit of information about each one. I'll start with the Besson Sovereign here closest to me. It features a hand-hammered yellow brass bell. It's an 8-inch bell, or 203mm to be precise. In comparison with the Neo over here, it's got a slightly larger bell, 8¼ inch or 210mm. Now, very, very similar, but with that bigger bell flare, you might find that the sound projects a little bit clearer or a little bit broader, but again, this is down to each individual player. In terms of bore sizes, the Yamaha Neo here, it features a large bore of a 0.469 of an inch, but in comparison, the Sovereign has 0.466 of an inch. So both large bores in terms of the instruments, the Neo slightly beating this one in terms of size. Again, this kind of refers to the sound and the tone that you're looking to produce. Certain players love the tone and the broadness of the sound with the Sovereign. Others really like the sound that the Neo produces. So it's each to their own, but there you've got the specs. One thing that I get asked frequently is, what are the valves like? Now, I think both of these instruments have absolutely fantastic valves, really quick, really slick. One thing with the Neo that they have introduced is there's a new heavier casing, which again, added weight, bigger sound. So a heavier weighted casing here, and for the Sovereign, hand-lapped Monel piston valves. They're top sprung. I don't really need to talk, I don't think, about the quality of Besson Sovereign valves. It goes through the range from cornet down to tuba. They're just superb. But heavy casing on the Neo, Monel piston, top sprung valves, again, each to their own. In my hand I have the Yamaha Neo. Now, one thing that they have really worked on, and I think is a lovely, lovely addition, is that the main tuning slide here is much wider with a more flowing curve. What that allows is a freer flowing aspect, and the tone is much bigger, much broader due to this. As you can see side by side, although they look very similar, the pipe work and is very different as well. If I look at the lead pipe on this Neo, it actually comes around to the back and into the third valve. So we've got quite a swift turn here, whereas on the Sovereign here, what we actually have is a really nice, smooth, flowing lead pipe. It comes around the front, still comes into that third valve. Again, it just changes the way that you actually push the air through the instrument. So testing these side by side would be really valuable to see if you find a difference between them. Of course, both of these instruments are supplied in top quality cases. The other things about these instruments, both of them have 3 water keys, one on the back as well. Both feature a lyre box as well, obviously for marching and so on. The Besson Sovereign comes with an Alliance mouthpiece, and the Neo does come with a Yamaha mouthpiece as well. As you can see, both here in silver plate, but they are both available in lacquer. If you've got any questions, feel free, pop me an email or phone in, and I'll be more than happy to help.